going on, guys? It's your boy Brian from the Main Man Barbershop. You can tag me at BP_barber on Instagram. Today we're gonna do a simple skin fade, bald skin fade. So I'm an Andis guy. I know everyone likes the Walls, Wall Seniors, Fabulous. Me, I've tried them all. I'm an Andis guy through and through. As you can see, I got the Masters 95 edition. I got the Slimline. I got everything I have is Andis, like T-liner, Pro Shaver, Slimline, everything I do is Andis. It's just, that's a clipper that I feel works best for me and my style of cutting. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna start with a zero, closed, and I'll start off in the mid at the temple. And we're gonna make my guideline. This isn't a drop fade, it's a straight, simple, right across the fade, right across the head. No dropping, no nothing. And then what I really like to do over here is like look straight at the head. That way the fade starts, that way it's not even. So I'll come bring this up a little bit so the fade looks even. It's not darker, lower on the side, you know? What I'll do is I'll open it up to a half and make another guideline. And what I'll do is, once I make this guideline, I'll fade right into the half. Again, you want to make sure all your lines are even, because you don't want the fade to look crooked when it's all said and done, like certain spots are darker than the other, or it looks uneven. So I made the half line and my hard line right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it from the zero and I'm going to fade up to this half line. And when I fade, I kind of break it down to 3 sections. Like I'll do one side up to the back of the ear, and same thing over here. Break it down and have the back connect. Really follow with the notches. I like it personally. That's why I really like Andis, because you follow the notches, it really gives you that nice blurry fade. We're gonna do the same thing for the back, from the zero to the half. So as you can see, we faded everything up to the half line, all the way around. Now this is just like the rough draft. You know, this is not the finishing product. I'm gonna go back, do some touch-ups when I see everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my zero clip and I'm gonna open it. So it's kind of like a true one. And I'm gonna start my line right here, make my guideline. Again, check it, make sure the guideline's even. And once we do that, I'm gonna close it down and I'm gonna start for where this guideline is right here, from where I did my half mark. And I fade right back up into that open zero. And what I like to do is I'll take the clip off, open it up, bring it back to the half, just to get that little line out there. Especially when it comes to dark, coarse hair, sometimes the lines, you really gotta work them out. You can't just jump to clip thinking that's gonna be smooth. Like his hair is dark, it's coarse, and his skin is very fair, so you're gonna see like every line, like you really have to work that fade in there. I do the same thing all the time. Like I follow, like once you have a routine, and routine is very important. You know, like it makes the haircut smoother. You know what you're doing. You're in the same routine all the time. It makes the haircut go by easier. Because a lot of people, like some barbers, especially like upcoming barbers, you know, they have to build a routine because like they could be all over the place on the haircut. They'll lose track of what they're doing. Sometimes they forget like what part of the number or the fade that they're at, because they're like all over the place. They want to do too much. So you just stick to your routine, do it over and over and over again, and it just makes the haircut that much simpler in doing. You know, everybody has a different style, different ways of cutting, different methods of cutting, you know, so, but like, if I can pass down any information to upcoming barber, I mean, I've been doing this thing for 13 years now, and I always tell young upcoming barbers, yo, get a routine. Do the same thing over and over again, and then the more techniques you learn, then you can switch your routine up every once in a while, you know. But as far as learning the basics, just keep doing it over and over and over again. We did that. I'm gonna put the one guard. Again, I'm gonna open it up, make the guideline right up to the top. And as you can see, like the more I get to the peak of the head, I don't go into it. I'm going straight up with it, because you don't want to cut into the hair where the scissors is. So you just go straight up with it. Make sure everything's even. And what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna close it, start it with a 1 where that open 0 is, and go straight right into the 1.5. Now I'm gonna go back to my 0 open. Like I said, you're gonna take that line out for where the 1 mark is. Like I said, his type of hair, you really gotta work that fade in. And as you can see, like in some parts, I'm only using the corner of the blade, the corner technique. That's like for like real detailing the fade in there, you know, getting all these little lines. Like I'm not going half, I'm going using the corner of the blade, going right into the fade. Little techniques like that separates from a good barber and a great barber. It really shows the difference in like what you know what you're doing, the details of your fading, and on top of that, the client really appreciates, and it really shows what you're doing. You know, and the client's gonna be like, yeah, he knows what he's doing, he feels comfortable, you know. And that's all in the routine process. You know, when you're stumbling around the haircut, the client gonna get nervous and gonna be like, does he know what he's doing? Does he not know what he's doing? But like you got that routine. It becomes second nature, and you just move around the haircut smooth, and the client feels like, all right, he knows what he's doing. All right, so now we got the 2, and what we're gonna do is just gonna go straight up with it. Like I said, we're not gonna dig into the hair or the top of the hair. We're just gonna go straight up, and it's gonna blend right into the scissors, or where you would start doing scissors. And that's another thing about Andis too. Like, I just love hearing the hair being cut. Like, you could just hear it, you know? Something about that sound is just like, I don't know, I like it. And if you don't hear that much cutting, then your fade is smooth. There's really nothing to be cut.
I hit you up, man.
But as you can see, I'm only going straight up. Check my trimmers. And I'm gonna take all this hair off. All this is gonna be removed. Go right up to that 0 line. Remember, like the routine that made my hard line right here. Now I'm going straight up to that.
No. I just kind of brush it back like that.
part is a little bit longer than the middle, so it kind of connects. Kind of fade it to the front. So now that we cleaned everything off, now we're gonna use the foil. This will give it the ball fade. Alright, so now that I'm done detailing the fade, that's it. There's your ball fade. Clean. Smooth transition.